And then finally, how can you improve your current materiality assessment to get closer to some of this work there? And this is a little bit of that summary that might help you move toward the direction of what CSRD requires from a double materiality assessment. First one is really map your full value chain. Really start with that and start thinking, what are our business activities and relationships, the different actors across our full value chain. Start mapping that out, upstream, own operations, downstream, and what sits in there. Try to group that and map that. You might already have done that if you've done some value chain or supply chain due diligence, but really start working that out and involve people in your business to get a good view on that. Look at the ESRS topics, identify which topics are relevant to your industry and company. And for CSRD, they assume that you actually look at all their topics, 92 topics at different levels of topic, subtopic, and subtopic. And if you decide that a topic at an initial kind of glance is really not relevant to your industry or your business, you have to provide a justification for that. And this is all about assurance. Make sure you capture everything you do, every step of the way. Also look at those entity-specific topics. Are there things that ESRS does not cover? Taxation, cybersecurity. They're not key topics on the ESRS, but they might be relevant to your business. Then take those topics then and take your value chain and start thinking, how does, where in the value chain is there, around this topic, a hotspot around particular impacts, risks, and opportunities. And often start with impacts. That's a really good starting point. And then look at associated risks and opportunities. With that, then identify affected stakeholders. So really capture who are you having an impact on, in particular a negative impact on. Really start capturing that. Come up with a plan to, look at stakeholder engagement and of course execute that as well. But really start thinking about, we're not going to do one single survey to everyone and that's the end of it. A favorite practice that we've seen previously. This is really about thinking, who do we need to engage internally at what stage? What do we need from them? Who do we need to engage and discuss this with externally and at what stage? What do we need to ask them in a survey, in an interview, in a workshop, in a focus group? The variety of ways of engaging with your stakeholders. Go through that severity scoring, really look at using those stakeholder insights to help you score those particular I's, R's, and O's. And that will link again back to those sustainability topics. And then in your analysis, make sure that you also go through a validation process with your business, that whatever comes out of the process, have that validation, go through it, and really look at, does this all make sense? And capture any further insights that you do get out of that process. And if you do make any changes, that's fine, but have the justifications and the documentation ready there. And that is maybe the final bit then as well, like the 8th point to add to this. Like I said, document, document, document. Everything you do, make sure you capture it and document it and do it in a logical way, because at the end, when you get your limited assurance over it, the auditors will ask you, why did you exclude this particular topic? And if you can just bring up, oh, there was this person at that date for this reason, that helps a lot.